There are tropical islands, and then there is Palawan. Stretching across the western Philippines between the South China Sea and the Sulu Sea, Palawan is a world of towering limestone cliffs, turquoise lagoons, white sand beaches, hidden coves, tropical forests, and extraordinary marine life. From the dramatic landscapes of El Nido to the crystal-clear lakes of Coron and the underground wonders of Puerto Princesa, this province contains some of the most recognizable scenery in the Philippines. Today, we are exploring Palawan, often called the Philippines' last frontier, and discovering the places that have made it one of Southeast Asia's most unforgettable destinations. Our journey begins in El Nido, perhaps the most famous destination in Palawan. Located at the northern end of the main island, El Nido is surrounded by the spectacular Bacuit archipelago, where enormous limestone formations rise almost vertically from brilliant blue water. This is the Palawan seen in travel films around the world. Traditional outrigger boats, known locally as bangkas, carry visitors between islands, beaches, and lagoons. One of the most famous locations is Big Lagoon on Miniloc Island. Here, visitors enter through a narrow opening surrounded by enormous limestone walls before reaching calm turquoise water enclosed by dramatic cliffs. Kayaking is one of the best ways to experience the lagoon. The water can become incredibly clear on calm days, while the surrounding rock formations create an atmosphere that feels completely separated from the outside world. Another recognizable El Nido destination is Secret Lagoon, also on Miniloc Island. Hidden behind limestone rock, this small lagoon offers another example of the geological formations that make the Bacuit archipelago so distinctive. Then there is Nacpan Beach, a long stretch of golden white sand north of El Nido town. Unlike the enclosed lagoons, Nacpan offers a wide-open tropical coastline lined with palm trees and facing the blue waters of the Philippines. But Palawan extends far beyond El Nido. Travel farther north and you reach Coron, another destination famous for extraordinary scenery, both above and below the water. One of Coron's most recognizable landmarks is Kayangan Lake. Reaching it requires climbing a series of steps, but the reward is one of the most famous viewpoints in the Philippines. Turquoise water surrounded by steep limestone cliffs. Descending toward the lake reveals remarkably clear water surrounded by rock formations and dense vegetation. Swimming here is one of Coron's signature experiences. Nearby Twin Lagoon offers another spectacular landscape. Two bodies of water sit between towering limestone cliffs, and visitors can move between them through a narrow opening, depending on the tide. Coron is also internationally known for diving. Beneath the surrounding waters are several Japanese shipwrecks from the Second World War. Over decades, these wrecks have become underwater habitats covered with coral and surrounded by tropical fish, making Coron one of the Philippines' best-known wreck diving destinations. Back on Palawan's main island, another completely different experience waits near Puerto Princesa. The Puerto Princesa Subterranean River National Park is a UNESCO World Heritage Site and one of the new 7 wonders of nature. Its underground river travels through an enormous limestone cave system before flowing toward the sea. Visitors board small paddle boats and travel into the darkness of the cave, passing huge chambers filled with stalactites and stalagmites. The experience feels completely different from Palawan's beaches and lagoons, showing just how diverse this province really is. Palawan is equally impressive beneath the surface of the sea. Snorkeling around El Nido and Coron reveals coral reefs filled with colorful tropical fish. Sea turtles can also be encountered in the waters around the province, while diving and snorkeling tours allow visitors to experience a completely different side of the islands. Island hopping remains the defining Palawan experience. A typical day begins at the coast, where traditional boats depart for the surrounding islands. Over the course of the day, travelers move between lagoons, snorkeling locations, beaches, and limestone coves. Lunch is often served during the trip, with fresh fish, rice, tropical fruit, vegetables, and other Filipino dishes prepared for travelers. For food lovers, Palawan offers plenty beyond island-hopping lunches. Restaurants in El Nido, Coron, and Puerto Princesa serve fresh grilled seafood alongside Filipino favorites such as adobo, grilled fish, rice dishes, and tropical fruits. Accommodation ranges from simple beachfront guest houses to luxury island resorts. El Nido offers everything from budget accommodation in town to spectacular resorts surrounded by limestone cliffs and tropical water. Coron also has hotels and resorts overlooking the sea, while Puerto Princesa provides convenient accommodation for travelers exploring the underground river and other parts of central Palawan. So when should you visit? The dry season, generally from November through May, is the most popular period for traveling around Palawan. Calmer seas and clearer weather make island hopping, kayaking, snorkeling, and beach trips easier. Conditions can vary, however, so checking local weather and boat schedules before traveling is important. Getting to Palawan is relatively straightforward. Flights connect major Philippine cities with Puerto Princesa, El Nido, and Busuanga Airport, which serves Coron. From there, boats, vans, tricycles, and organized tours connect travelers with the province's major destinations. But perhaps the greatest appeal of Palawan is not one individual beach or lagoon. It is the variety. In a single journey, you can kayak beneath the limestone walls of Big Lagoon, walk along Nacpan Beach, swim in the clear waters of Kayangan Lake, explore Coron's underwater wrecks, and travel through the darkness of Puerto Princesa's Underground River. These are very different experiences. Yet together, they create the landscape that has made Palawan famous around the world. Palawan does not need to imitate the Maldives, Bali, or any other tropical destination. It has an identity entirely its own. Limestone islands rising from turquoise seas, traditional boats crossing quiet lagoons, coral reefs beneath clear water, tropical beaches stretching toward the horizon. This is Palawan, and for travelers searching for one of the most extraordinary island destinations in the Philippines, this may be where the journey begins. If you enjoyed this video, like, subscribe, and let me know in the comments. If you could choose only one, would you visit El Nido, Coron, or Puerto Princesa first? See you in the next video.